Hi, I'm Kevin Sturge, and I'm here to tell you about glass. There's a few different types of glass. Regular annealed glass, safety glass, and obscured glass. The first type of regular annealed glass is this single-strength, 16th-inch glass. It's used for picture frames, regular glazing, windows, watches, glass, and pretty much any of your household uses. This is the double-strength, 8th-inch annealed plate glass. It's used for these isolated IG units, which I'll show you in a moment, and larger windows. Now the second type of glass is this double-strength 8th-inch glass. This annealed plate glass is used for single-strength windows. The last type of regular annealed plate glass that I'm going to show you is this 4th-inch plate glass. Now this is used for more sturdy jobs like tabletops and glass shelves and larger plate glass windows. Now that I've shown you some of the plate glass, I'll show you how it's used. This here is two pieces of 1/8-inch plate glass stuck together with an aluminum spacer in between, and then is filled with argon gas. This gas of this class is used in this glass to keep it from fogging. This type of glass is put together in this way so you can use it in vinyl windows so it'll insulate your home. This helps keep your house insulated, and it keeps from UV rays entering your home and fading your furniture. It is commonly used in vinyl windows, storefronts, and aluminum and wood windows. I have here an example of a vinyl window and then with the IG unit inside. As you can see, there's the aluminum spacer, and that's how it is used. This glass is used for bathroom windows, shower doors, refrigerator shelves, and sometimes even cabinets. There's quite a variety of the types of obscured glass. This is called bamboo. It's got cute little bamboo patterns on it. This is a mirrored type of glass that is see-through on one side and mirrored on the other side. It's used for police interrogation rooms. This is just a tinted type of glass. It's not like a two-way mirror like the one I just showed you, but it is fairly tinted. This is called CD. It doesn't look like a CD, it looks like it has seeds in it. And this one right here is called P516. It's a really obscure glass. This is kind of like the one that you would see in your refrigerator shelves. And this is called Monumental. This is called rain glass. It looks like there's rain on the glass. This is called Delta Frost. And here's your most basic, for you OCD people. The lines are all parallel. This is called narrow reed. It is narrow, and it looks like a bunch of reeds. Now I'm going to demonstrate how to cut some of this glass. This right here is your basic single-strength 1/8-inch glass. The tools we're going to need for this is a tape measure, the glass cutter. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out how much I want to take off this piece. Say I want to take off 1 inch. Let's go ahead and make that 2 inches. Measure out the square, make sure it's square. Then you take the glass cutter. What I'm going to do now is, it's called scoring the glass. Straight line right across there. Now I'm going to move my Blazers square. I'm going to rotate this glass out. And there you have it. A cut piece of glass. Sometimes when you're cutting glass, you have to kind of freehand it to do a special pattern on the edge of the glass to cut it. This is a little bit more tricky and requires a lot of skill. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start on this end in opposition to the way that I did it last time with the square. Now I'm just going to give it a little wavy pattern here. Now I'm going to flip it around and go to the opposite edge that I started on, break a little more slowly. And there you have it, a pattern cut. Now I'm going to cut out a circular pattern. This pattern requires a special tool called the circular cutter. It has little marked indicators for the measurement of the diameter of the glass that you were going to cut in the circular pattern. What I'm going to do now is stick this little suction cuppery onto the glass, lower it down, and make a circle. There we go. Now we have our circle. Now what I'm going to do is get my original glass cutter that I used and just use it as weight in my hand as I'm tapping a little bit on the glass. Then you go to the other side and tap on the glass until it is clearly cracked all the way around. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make little score marks all the way around my piece of glass. So I can make this little circle shine like the sun. And see, they just fall right out with ease because I'm obviously not one of those unskilled people And there you have it, circular cut glass. Now I'm gonna demonstrate how to cut 1/4 inch plate glass. This glass is a little bit more tricky to cut because it's very thick. First I'm gonna line it up with my square, measure out about 6 inches. That's an even 6. Now I'm gonna score it just like earlier. This time I'm going to move my Glazer's shear, and then I'm just gonna give it a little tap on the table. And there you have it, cut 1/4 inch. Now I'm gonna show you how to cut laminated glass. First off, I need my square inch shear and my glass cutter. Now what I'm gonna do here is just scratch the line again, break it, and run that bead along until it reaches the end. Now I'm gonna flip this glass over and do the same thing on the opposite side. Now line it up with the same line that's underneath and score it once again. Now, dry out that crack again. Now what I'm gonna do, pour a little bit of this lighter fluid on here and let this piece of glass go to light. Now I'm going to apply a little bit of pressure here to help this laminated layer melt. While it's hot, I'm just going to cut that layer, and just like that, there you have cut laminated glass. Now this is the 1/8 inch safety glass that I showed you earlier. This glass is tempered, it's heated at a very high temperature. This glass is used for the side windows, like I said earlier. The cool part about this glass is that it's extremely strong in the center. Just a demonstration of that, you can take a hammer and smack it a little. And it doesn't break. And stand on it. And it doesn't break. However, this glass is extremely brittle on the edges, and even the slightest tap on the edges will completely shatter it. That is why it's used for automotive glass. It breaks into these tiny little shards that can't cut you. Very handy if you get in a car accident. One less thing to worry about. Now this is the laminated safety glass. That's the one with the polyvinyl butyrol in the center. Now the purposes of it is to keep glass from flying everywhere. However, it doesn't keep it from breaking in sharp edges. This glass, it's pretty weak in the center. But no glass goes anywhere. It's just stuck there. Pretty neat. You may not notice this, but that safety glass that I broke earlier, it's still cracking and jumping around. That stuff's got a lot of potential energy stored up in it. Now this is regular plate glass. Many of you have probably seen it break before. It's pretty standard. Makes a lot of noise and breaks a lot. Now you can understand Daphne's frustration when she drops her glasses.